Movie Thing show where we watch new movies in the theaters and then we tell you what we think about them. I'm Meg Turney.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
Don't forget, if you can't make it to the theater this weekend, you can always go to netflix.com/sourcefed to get a free month of instant streaming, and then you can join us on our other movie show, Movie Club.
Yeah, so this week we have an interesting pick. This week we went indie and we watched Zero Charisma, which is available in select theaters as of today, or you can get it online. You can download a copy of it as well. But yeah, it's a movie that won a ton of awards around the festival circuit, and it's about people who play Dungeons and Dragons.
It's basically about a nerd who's angry, and he's like the dungeon master for his D&D game, and then a new guy comes in, everybody likes him, and then what happens?
Yeah, this new guy that just happens to be super charismatic. Obviously, the title is not based after his character.
The story was interesting, but very cringy, and
Okay.
I'm not one to like cringy things.
Oh, you got anxious a lot.
I got anxious a lot during this movie because it was just like, no, don't
do it.
No.
I felt like they did a really good job with this script, making it super character driven. Although for me, it was hard to really like the main character, but that's what you're supposed to do. Like if you play D&D, if you have a character stat that's like under 3, you're pretty much completely inept. So if you're 0 charisma, that means not only do people not think you're charismatic, you are the opposite of charismatic. So you're like pissing people off wherever you go, which is essentially what happens for our main character. And there's definitely ways that you can relate to him, but it's hard. It's hard to really like your protagonist, but I do think that it's accurate. We've all met people like that, so I think the writing did a really good job portraying something that could happen in real life as opposed to just like fanfare.
So the movie stars Sam Eidson, who did a great job. I think he was like very believable. He made me cringe, but that's because he was doing his job as an actor, and I thought the acting all the way around was pretty well done, actually.
And the guy who plays his arch nemesis did a really good job too.
So the film's an indie film, and you can kind of see that in the sets and the way that they do things. It's all very kind of low budge, but that adds to the film. I mean, it seems very much like this is what someone's house would look like, and this is what it would look like they're just hanging out together. So I think it really actually did the film a service that, you know, there weren't any like crazy like cinematography moments or like insane effects or anything like that. I mean, I think when they do take like more fantastical moments, they do a good job with them, but it's not like a huge big budget blockbuster, and that helped.
No, it really just made me feel like I was sitting in a basement again playing D&D. And we're not the only ones who got a chance to see this movie. Right now on Rotten Tomatoes, the overall critic score is 73%.
On IMDb, it's sitting at a 6.3 out of 10, which isn't great, isn't awful. For my final thoughts, I thought the story was a cool idea. I love the idea of table gaming, and I thought it was very real and well done. But the story was so cringy, and it made me uncomfortable that I actually got up twice during the movie to say, I don't think I can watch this anymore, and then I just paced around the television until I did continue to watch it. So I got through the whole movie, but it was very cringy, and not in a way that I felt like ever really made me like, oh, I really connected with it in the end. So I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10.
So you're not buying it on Blu-ray and repeat watching at your house. For me, my final thoughts, I loved that there was a movie made about this culture in general. As someone who plays D&D and played it all throughout high school, and I mean, it's something that does take up a lot of time for a lot of different people, and it's something that's not really acknowledged even in, I guess you could call it geek chic nerd culture. D&D is still kind of a thing that's a little pushed to the side, so it was really nice to see that highlighted. I think Sam Eidson does a great job portraying the lead protagonist. For better or for worse, whether you like the character or not, he does it justice, and he does it very real and very well. I liked it a lot. I don't think it's one that I'd buy and repeat view unless I have people that like want to kind of see what that culture is like, then maybe it'd be something that I want to share with them. But overall for me, I'm going to give this film a 7 out of 10.
So guys, don't forget, if you can't make it to the cinema this weekend, you can always go to netflix.com/sourcefed to get a free month of instant streaming, and then you can join us on our other movie show, Movie Club.
Oh, and let us know in the comments down below what movie you'd like us to see next week for the New Movie Thing show. So, new movies that you would like us to see and talk about on camera for you. I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
I'm Meg Turney. I'm gonna roll my phone because I don't have a
Now see, this movie inspired a very serious thing for me, Miss Turney. When you're playing D&D, do you think it's okay for the DM to cheat rolls behind the screen?
You hit me in the knee where I had surgery.
Bad phone.
You did.
Oh, I did. Do you have surgery just recently, or can you not have taps on the knee?
You can't, like, karate chop where there's, like, battle moves.
I mean a karate chop.
Also, yes, I think it is okay for them to cheat rolls. I do.
I also do, and I'm like, maybe that's it's all for the story.
It is. It's for the game.
If the GM has to fudge the roll for the sake of the adventure, I'm okay with that.
Yes. And if somebody has to karate chop me in the knee for the video to be good, I'm okay.
Hi, Zoe. Hi, Zoe.
And